Hi everyone, it's Malleo here, and I've decided to add an audio commentary in addition to this work in progress video. As I've learned before, it turns out a lot of people don't understand what's going on, and they get highly confused and don't quite understand everything that's going on. So I decided I might as well explain everything that's going on. So that was speed swap, where Mario faces backwards. He doesn't have to face backwards for this to work, but moving up or down for one frame and then moving left or right will actually increase Mario's speed because he's faster on the Z-axis, which is up and down. Some more speed swapping, and I go at a slight diagonal to avoid the piranhas. It's always faster to jump in the background. It actually gives you a much faster speed compared to just walking. More speed swapping. All I have to do is walk up to Puni. After I talk to him, it doesn't matter how fast or slow I go, because I have to meet him up on top of the tree branch. And the cutscene won't start until he's there. A really small thing, but one frame after I activate the cutscene, I can actually walk in any direction, so I walk down left. Once again, jumping in the background is faster. There was a 2-frame window that you could jump before that cutscene started, so I took advantage of that, and I jumped to the right. Now the badge that I get right about here is called P down, D up, P. It's purely for coins later on. I do an interesting glitch here called a paper cutscene walk. So by entering into paper mode right before the cutscene starts, I can actually walk through the cutscene. I have to get trapped behind the wall for a certain period of time as to not enter the pipe too early. In doing so, I wouldn't actually reach the top of the plane panel because I would be entering the pipe as the plane panel is still raising. I would fall underneath. It's actually faster to say no there. If you say yes, Mario nods his head and then Punio talks. If you say no, Mario skips the nodding animation. So this was a slight change from my last route. Before I got Quake Hammer and I ended up selling that as well, but a new item and coin route actually does not require that. I must note that Japanese text is much faster than English text, so a lot of time can be saved throughout. This attack ends up doing 6 damage, and we can finish them off with, if you remember, we got the mystery item after we got Coops in Chapter 1. And so using the mystery item and RNG manipulation, I can get a shooting star to finish them off. For those that don't know, RNG stands for Random Number Generator. It's basically a system of luck within the game. That was a cutscene jump. I can actually jump 1 frame before the cutscene starts outside of the battle, and I can jump closer to the necklace.
Oh yeah.
Because of a slightly different route and due to leveling issues that we had to avoid, it's actually better for us to gale force instead of fright masking like in our last run. The goal is to level before Magnus so we can get into Peril status during the Magnus fight. In order to do so, I have to gale force 3 battles of X-Nauts and fright mask 1. I apologize for the glitchy Puni display. That's an emulation issue. There is a way around it. I just didn't have a chance to get to that. Because we need to go force 2 more rounds, and I only have 6 flower power. Sorry, I need to regenerate my FP. So sideways pipes in the Japanese version of the game actually take a little bit longer to enter, so pretty much each time I have to go through them, I lose time in the room. If you notice during the last fight there were 2 X-Nauts, so I got 10 XP. This fight I can fright mask because I would get 5 XP, and then I'd have to fright mask a battle with more FP, so I wouldn't be able to level before Magnus. I get Power Punch here for the Magnus battle to increase my power. I didn't speed swap there because if I go slower, Flurry can actually catch up to me faster, and the second part of this cutscene, it pauses until Flurry comes to a certain position. So if she starts closer, then it actually saves time. So this is the Puni glitch. Basically, if I move towards them and then move away, I can actually keep the count at 11 and I don't lose them. So this fight is entirely RNG reliant, so I managed to save about 30 frames, or about half a second. It's fastest to use Flurry at the start, and then what I did is I moved at a constant position. That changes up RNG. You can actually jump while opening a chest, so I managed to jump on top of it, and I can actually jump farther up on the stairs. I also have to do the Puni glitch here because they get scared of the Piter. I get the Thunder Rage for a Chapter 3 battle. I find it weird that the Punis don't get scared of that guy, but they get scared of the Piters. You can actually jump when the gate is open for the blue cage, but it doesn't actually save time because Mario moves to a fixed position afterwards. Once again, I Puni glitch to keep them from disappearing. This fight was actually improved by a little bit under a second, but I lost that time because I actually have to switch my partner to Goombella for the next room. So this is a Goombella buffer with a paper mode into the wall to go inside the seam, and I can drop down and enter this pipe. This saves about 46.5 seconds because I skip caging up the Punis and going through an extra cutscene. This is the Puni glitch again, better known as water switch skip for this room. Alright, this is tick number 1. This is the first escape battle. It's faster to switch opponents in battle, so I switch to Flurry and then I Gale Force them. So now I'm 10 XP from leveling up, which I can take care of the next time I escape. But first, we have to grab something that we forgot. Mario doesn't really feel like escaping the tree quite yet. He decides to get super boots during the escape. This is a nice remix of the escape music. And that was a little tiny trick where you can jump after doing a spin jump. It doesn't work outside of the cutscene though. So the escape music disappeared because now the game is set back to as if the Punis were trapped in the cage. But because the door down below was unlocked, we can enter it again. And because we have all 101 Punis with the Sunstone in this room, we can re-trigger the last cutscene. And this is ticking number 2. So the Exonauts reappear. I have to Gale Force them again. Now I can level up. I level up BP to make room for Mega Rush and Power Rush. I'm able to dodge this Exonaut and not get caught. I also save time in that room because I don't have to switch to Coops because I no longer have to use Coops. This escape timer is actually slower than the world record because I have to Gale Force, which takes a lot of time, and I actually level up. So the route for this battle actually changed a tiny bit because I had to get into Peril status since I don't lose health in between chapters in the Japanese version. So I switched to Flurry in front, use Power Punch, gives Mario extra attack. I do a spin jump. super guard. And because I'm gonna have to switch to Mario in front anyway, I might as well do it now so Mario doesn't have to walk as far to reach Magnus. Using RNG manipulation, I'm able to get a 10 cap. So now I get into Peril, I take 4 damage, 3 damage, and 2 damage. This has no effect right now, but after I get Power Rush and Mega Rush, I can have a lot more power. I have to wait for the door to open, so I just have a little random fun. So this is another form of speed swap where I actually move 2 frames on the Z-axis. This freezes my speed, and I can walk for 14 frames left or right. I don't know why that happened, but even though I was jumping away, Mario actually faced the screen. I've never noticed this in the English version. This does happen again during the intermission a little bit later, but it seems to only happen in Japanese. It doesn't affect Mario's speed at all. He's still doing speed swap, it's just that he faces the screen for some strange reason. I apologize for the audio desync. The audio is a little bit delayed. So now I go into the badge shop, I sell attack effects R, and I sell the P down D up P that I got from the Bogley Woods. In the English version, this badge has the D on it, but in the Japanese it has the P. So now I have to set up for the Ultra Hammer early. I do a Flurry Super Slide. This allows me to get into the seam of the building, and I can open up the chest. Basically, a Flurry Super Slide involves activating Flurry's ability, and then after 3 frames pass, press A to open the door. This allows you to use Flurry while entering a building. By pressing X 2 more times, you can actually get along the wall and into the wall seam and walk around the building. Ultra Hammer early allows you to skip getting missed mouths, skip some fish glitches, and it actually makes Chapter 3 much shorter. This also introduces a strange angle for the item shop. There I got a free mushroom for having 10 item points. And because I have a full item inventory, I'm sorry, because I have 9 items in my inventory, I have to store the mushroom entering the shop. This wastes a little bit of time. Because in my old run, I didn't have so many items entering Chapter 3, so I didn't have to store that item. So buying these 2 items triggers the shopkeeper to ask a couple questions, and after you answer the second question right, she'll open up the back door, and you can talk to Don Pianta to get the blimp ticket. So while I'm exiting the shop, I store the dried shroom and dizzy dial to make room for 2 thunderbolts. On my way to the docks, I get Mega Rush from Charlieton. There again, Mario faces the screen even though I'm jumping away. Once again, I apologize for the audio desync. It's really bad now. So now I buy the 2 Thunderbolts. The Thunderbolts are used during the Dark Bones battle in Chapter 8 and the Grotus fight at the end of Chapter 8. There's actually a soft lock here if you jump right away, so I actually have to delay it. After showing my Bloom ticket, I can enter Chapter 3. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you have any further questions, please feel free to comment below. And I hope you enjoyed.